I'm guessing.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah. That's where our game is held.
Okay. No, not rabbit, for God's sake.
Uh-oh, hang on. I'm missing a person here. What did I do wrong? Welcome
You're
to
not missing anybody. He's not coming.
No, he showed up a second ago. He'd stolen his wife's computer and ran off with it like the hamburger.
I am still here.
He is still there. So
I thought you were talking. I thought you were talking
Oh, no,
about His Highness. His Highness isn't coming.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
David's not coming.
I didn't catch that. Oh, bummer. All right.
Yeah,
That's who I was talking about.
10 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry about that. I missed it. So let me do a little bit of quick editing as I catch up our little chat bubbles here so we're highlighting the right people. And as I'm...
Burning hands.
Highness is the one that's going to be the wrong one here, so that's going to be a 0. We're going to change this to a number 4. After 4 comes 5. Previous to 7 is 6. And I'm number 2. So if I did it right,
Cool.
broken everything. Nope. Hey, all right, I got my circle. How are we pronouncing the Xanot? Kianot?
Oh, Xana.
Xanot. Okay. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts. X's have been keys recently, so sorry. Video games. What are you gonna do? So, welcome. We are streaming and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and the party is made up of some
You're cutting.
folks. Oh, I'm cutting out.
Yeah,
All right. Let's.
like now.
No, don't cut out.
Game just underneath of the Trade Nefarious Curses. Fresh my roll 20.
All right. How about now? Any better?
A second. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So, try that one more time. The party is made up of folks of questionable morals, and they answer those questions with violence on occasion. They have they have run afoul of an empire. The empire run by the Imperatrices, a pair of near godlike figures who are expanding their influence and, it seems, destroying a large portion of the environment, rerouting waters to irrigate their fields from swamplands, drying them out, making everything organized and putting it into little squares. Party didn't like that so much, and one of the gardeners, the folks who are doing this redesign of the landscape, was relieved of his life and turned into a vampiric servant, a gnoll, by the Zendikar vampire in the party. The gnoll served the party well, died with honors, while working to clear a orcish infestation of an ancient dwarven ruin. Now they're doing this on the recommendation of a Duergar friend of Morrigan's, I believe.
Yes.
Who has informed them that the Duergar in this ancient dwarven home are producing glass steel, a transparent form of steel that the Empire is using. Now, Morrigan's friend likes to be the only supplier and have a rather steep markup, but is being undercut by this competing group. The party has been hired to get rid of this competing group in the method of their choosing. They've worked their way through the Orcish infestation. They've now fought some troglodytes, and after a brutal and grueling several hours of battle, have now holed up to get a little bit of well-deserved rest. Unfortunately, before they could so much as relax, the alarms that were set triggered, alerting them to the presence of something outside the enclosure that they have made. And that's what
Now, which alarm?
The alarm in the southeast.
Okay.
And I did put the creature there that triggered the alarm. But no one's going to know what that is till somebody peeks out. If somebody peeks out. Along with this, we do have a new character who will be joining us shortly. That character is investigating the cause of the drying out of a very large swampland to the north of the mountain range we're currently in. That character is currently investigating an old tunnel leading deep into the mountain, and we'll see where that comes out, maybe. So, party, what you doing about this alarm going off?
Well, to be fair, Dullahan's the only one who knows about the alarm going off.
No, actually, I can set it so you guys also have the alarms going off in your head.
Lovely.
Which I probably would do since I don't want to have to be too bothered with everything. It's such a bore.
Well, what shall we do? Just let it pass on? Hopes it doesn't try to come to us? Whatever it is.
So each of you does get that little bring-a-ling-a-ling, bring-a-ling-a-ling.
Boody will ready in action. He'll ready his bow. He'll fire on the first thing he sees.
Okay. All right. So,
Since we know which one went off, we should probably see where this thing.
Boody will go out. He'll peek. Excuse me, Knowles. I want to fly up high in the ceiling. Oh shit! I don't have dark vision. Never mind.
Boody, it's all black. You're being attacked by a shadow.
The darkness is attacking us. All right.
Best wait.
All right. So some things will happen, and as some time passes, the alarm fades. Seems as though whatever had come didn't find anything to look for and has meandered away. So, the party can take the benefits of a long rest. And for those who are new to the game, the party is currently really hurt.
They're super hurt.
And very much needed that rest.
I'm doing okay.
Some of the party is very hurt. Others of the party is just fine.
Benefits of a long rest are wonderful. I have all of my spells.
Me too. And all my lay on hands.
Maybe you can lay hands on me whenever you want.
Oh.
Is that how it's gonna be now?
A bit out of
Comment was made
character.
earlier.
Alright. So, now the long rest does take about 8 hours to pass. And please go ahead and refresh your rolls, recover your hit points, restore your spell slots, and other such nice things. That's a
I'm going to bring
nice,
David up to full.
very nice set of point rolls there, Dullahan.
Yeah.
So, now I did mention we have a new party member joining us, and I think now is about the time for them to make their entry. Now, to do a little bit of tying together so it won't be super awkward, I'm going to contrive a thing. And that thing I'm going to contrive is that the new party member was sent with an update by Morrigan's contact. So, a Duergar who passes themselves off as a mountain dwarf has been in contact with Zanot, excuse me. Too much Kingdom Hearts. I'm going for Xehanort every time I'm seeing your name. I'll get over it. I will. Zanot, you've been sent with additional instructions for the party. And those instructions are the glass steel that is being made by the Duergar, a transparent form of iron, very sought after for construction, is to be completely destroyed. It's not to be recovered. It's not to be taken. It must be destroyed. Cast it back into the fire. Now, glass steel is quite expensive. Doing this goes counter to most people's intuition. But for whatever reason, that's the instruction, and they were very, very insistent upon it before they sent you out. Now, you've found an entrance into what are likely to be the Dwarven stronghold. You've made your way through a long tunnel and come across signs of battle. The room opens up a bit, and I forget what you see, but I'm going to find out in about 3 seconds here. You see several passageways branch away from a large, high-ceilinged cavern. To the north, the entrance that you're coming from, a carved, square-mouthed tunnel shows that someone has been at work in these caves. A gate of rough-hewn timber blocks a small passage to the northeast. 3 other passageways wind off to the south, and a heavy animal smell lingers in the air. That smell is not much improved by a rather large bear carcass off to the west.
It's unconscious. We didn't kill it.
You didn't.
Yeah, we didn't.
You didn't.
So okay.
So
Wait, did we hear this alarm go? Did we hear this alarm go off?
That alarm has not yet gone off.
Then the bear is fine.
The bear's over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if he was coming up this way, it would have had to pass the alarm.
It was not the shambling mound that killed the bear. So
Gotcha.
there's a bear carcass over here, several troglodyte carcasses over here, and a giant lizard carcass over here. And hopefully you can see where I'm indicating with my arrows over here. If you can't, let me know. So, carnage is a bit spread around off to the western side. That has drawn the attention of several opportunistic creatures, including, but not limited to, several sturges, which are basically really, really ugly mosquito-like creatures. There are also some.
I thought we killed all of them.
You killed most of them, but not all.
I think 2 of them did live.
So several sturges, which have come to feast, as well as other creatures from the cavern. So, as you make your way down, eventually, in investigating around, one of the alarms will trigger, and that will alert the party to your presence.
Also, you are a Beastmaster Ranger, yes?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. You also have a companion that you need to select.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I need to look up Beast by CR rating.
Sure. So your
Usually
companion's currently playing rear guard, making sure you're not chased into the cave. They'll catch up in a second. But as you make your way south, and as the party is starting to peer out, you see one another. So, you end up down around here. And someone ends up peeking out from over here. The gnolls, of course, react to the scent of something living. The alarms grant knowledge. And eventually, there's enough light to see one another by.
You there. Come into the light. My nose will not hurt you. Are you lost?
No, I'm not.
Have you found then what you are looking for?
Who are you?
Who am I? Oh. Well, I go by the name Dullahan.
And Zenot, that was one of the names given to you by your contact.
No. What are you doing down here?
I'm on a quest.
Quest 2? Yes.
To destroy a certain item.
Well, aren't you a little dwarf with a lot to say? Well, don't let us hold you up, please. Go, destroy.
What about you?
Oh, passing the time.
All right. Now, Zenot...
Are you headed... Oh, I was about to say,
Good.
Are you headed down further into this path? I point over to the south corridors. That question is to you, little dwarf.
It's a drow. She's a drow.
An elf.
Well, I heard sugar.
Oh, sorry. No, she was instructed by
my
Druid.
contact.
Yes, the contact. Sorry. So let's make sure everybody knows what we're looking at here. So peeking around the corner, actually, it could be mistaken for one of the dwarven folk, equipped as they are, but instead, no. On closer inspection, a drow, though the coloration is quite odd. And the drow, in looking past the gnolls, sees a small group and flames starting to appear among them. One, a avian creature carrying a torch, bird-like. Another, a tiefling, sparking fire in her hand. We'll assume the other winged one is hiding, as he is wont to do.
Sorry.
And
I'm hiding!
Thank you. That was well done.
So now they start spreading out, and you can kind of see a little bit of caution on both sides. Zenot, you would have been instructed to give several key phrases over the course of the conversation to check that they are who they say they are.
Okay.
Sorry, I might have distracted her by shooting her the links for the...
No problem.
Oh, I see you have a mighty beast. Everyone, come. There is a mighty drow waiting, apparently on a quest. It should be entertaining.
Entertaining. I'm
He's
not a
always
public
like this.
display.
He's always like this. Ignore him.
He does seem to be most pretentious whenever it is least prudent. Tell us, what quest are you actually here for?
And why should I tell?
You shouldn't. She is
Prudent. You
What?
see, we were sent here for a quest as well. And if our quests happen to coincide with each other, one person isn't to make it through here. There have been incidents where we have not made it through ourselves, if it weren't for us being all together.
That might be so.
At that comment, the very tall, all white skin, everything is white. She just reaches over, puts her hand companionably on the druid's shoulder, says nothing else. Just like the "I got your back" gesture.
I
That
believe.
might be so. But I do not need trapped by myself.
Aren't you?
And
I like-
as you begin that exchange, several of those keywords, the insistence that you travel with yourself, that you've been planted with, are responded to appropriately. So you know these are the other adventurers sent by the contact. And
Oh
then-
yes, our keyword, kumquat.
Yes, the keyword is kumquat. But it's a little more subtle than that. But we'll go with kumquat for now. The instructions that you received were to accompany them. Make sure they do destroy that glass steel, because this area is known to be infested with enemies. Speaking of enemies, a rather horrible sound is coming from the south and the east. And a rather dangerous sound is coming from the west. From the south and the east, a hiss and scrape, a horrible noise of pain, and the occasional flashes of not lightning, but sparks, hot metal. And as that light flashes and flickers up, illuminating the cavern, you see something massive is squeezing its way through the cavern.
What?
At the same time,
Great.
off to the west, a horde of troglodytes, lizard-like creatures, are rushing in a pincer move. And I think now we're going to introduce our new character and new player to combat. Whoa. Or maybe my computer will explode. Do it.
What?
Don't do it. Computer.
I don't think you can fly. Your the Rangers stuff can't fly.
Does not say anything about flight being restricted. It actually specifically mentions a hawk as one of the options in the...
Is this the UA?
No,
Ranger?
this is the Beastmaster Ranger from the PHP.
Oh wow. Yeah, knock yourself out.
Yeah, challenge rating of 1/4 or lower, has to be medium or smaller. And Bloodhawk and is small.
Everyone can fly!
Woo! That's a good initiative.
All right. So if you would be so kind as to click your token so it's selected. Once you have your token selected, open up your character sheet and click the initiative button on your character sheet.
And by button, he means the word initiative.
Sorry, the word initiative. And I'm working on the Bloodhawk. I'll have that ready for you in a second here.
I'm so confused. You want all my nulls to go on the same turn?
Yeah.
Or...
Yes, please. Just one initiative for nulls.
Click on your token, or you click on your icon on the map, and the newspaper icon in the upper right. Click on your sheet by clicking on your. Switch to the actual character sheet, not the bio and info. And click initiative. Should be upper middle. There you
go. Good job.
Yep.
And for simplicity's sake, we'll have the Bloodhawk go on Zenot's initiative. Bloodhawk is now on.
It takes its turns on her initiative.
How many initiatives are you going to take there, Craig?
I have Wukong, my nose, myself.
He does have a number.
It's, being a man so exhausting.
For everyone else, too.
Wukong will probably not do much. He probably will sit back. I missed him much yesterday.
So, that Bloodhawk, do I have access to its sheet? Yes.
I did give access to the Bloodhawk sheet, so that should get sorted out.
Yep, I'm going to modify a couple of things.
Sure.
Because its HP is 16, which is 4 times the ranger's level. And right now, its proficiency bonus is going to be +2.
1 + 2.
Modify. Yeah, so its attack rolls, damage rolls, AC, and any saving throws against the ranger's proficiency in. Where do I modify?
Okay, so to the south and east, a giant subterranean lizard is being driven through the passageway. It slithers and slimes, clambers, dips and weaves. It doesn't look like it's squeezing. It's too lithe to have to squeeze, but it does fill the hallway almost entirely. Off to the west, you can see some form of troglodyte commander gesturing troops forward. They almost seem to peel themselves off the wall. Their flesh has a chameleon quality to it that blends into the stone, but they're not being subtle now. They are rushing towards you all. The first to react, though, are our bloodthirsty, blood-hungry gnolls. Creatures created by the Zendikar vampire, their faces and features melting away to one gaping mouth. What are
so
our
charming,
gnolls doing?
aren't
They are charming.
Yes. I will buy us a couple of turns. Best we figure out what we do soon. Gnolls, scatter. And with that, I'll have them just run forward.
Sure. Throwing themselves in harm's way.
And this one will take, they'll all take the dodge action.
Sounds good. Such brave gnolls they are. Now, Zenot, having just arrived, fresh from a journey, quick to respond, used to caves and caverns, as drow often are. How familiar are you with D&D options? Basically, you can move, you can attack, you can use any of your special effects, and you can cause your beast companion to do much the same.
Yep, and that is reaction on your turn to command your beast.
Okay.
So what type of weapons do you favor? Longbow, swords, what sort of character did you end up coming up with?
Let me check.
Sure.
Let me reboot my memory. Where is it?
It's going to be underneath the core. And basically middle of the sheet is what you got. And other.
Yeah. I'm just half blind, so I'm trying to read this. So the weapons were a dagger, sickle, longbow, and hunter's mark.
You got it. So at this point, on this angle, if we take a look at what you can see, kind of looking down this way, you could probably start shooting and picking off some troglodytes with your bow. Down this way, maybe you could take a shot at that giant lizard. But either way, probably a longbow's your safe shot, picking whichever side you wanted to take a stab at.
I will go for the closer enemies, so the small ones, but my longbow.
Okay. So, firing for a troglodyte with your longbow. Click on the word longbow in the attack area, so right where you were just looking at. And it'll roll to attack. At least I hope it will. 19 is a really good shot. Even with the distance and the bit of coverage it has, that hits, and that hits hard. Please click the word longbow in the chat, where it says longbow +6, right under the 100, 600. That'll roll your damage. 10 points is a good hit. Not quite enough to kill the troglodyte, but a solid hit nonetheless. Now, you will not have multi-attack yet, so the longbow would take your action. You can move your character around a bit if you'd like. Or you can be done, I think will be most of your options.
You can also command your companion to attack, help, disengage, so on and so forth.
Okay. Well, considering archery and etc. is one of his talents, I'll keep him where he is.
Okay.
And fire from a distance.
Sounds good. And we'll pick up and move on to our next folk, and that's going to be Boody, I think.
Boody!
Boody, what you doing?
Boody will fly to there. Because he cannot see.
Okay. Now Boody can see. He can see all three of the troglodytes.
Yeah, so I can see him.
Yep.
I can see the leader. I will shoot at him. Hunter's mark. Bonus action. Alright, let's see what we got. Longbow, Hunter's mark, sharpshooter. 18.
18 will hit.
Okay. 25 piercing.
Good lord.
Nice, very nice.
And
Okay.
that macro does include the Hunter's Mark damage.
Oh wait, roll 1d6.
It already has it in there.
It does, okay, yeah. So it's 25.
Alright. Boody,
And-
that's a lot of damage. Anything else for you?
I will use my movement to move back 5 feet. Just 'cause.
Alright.
I'm up in the air too, so that's it.
Boody moves back his 5 feet. The troglodyte that you just shot looks up at you. He points with one arm, and a beam, one might say a scorching ray, lances out,
Miss.
but misses. Why you like this scorching ray?
It's got two more coming at me.
2 more.
Miss. Miss.
He just looks sad. Is what he looks like right now. Selenite, as Kargaz, looks sadly at his hand and why the scorching ray won't go where it wants it to. What are you doing?
She would gauge her options. She's not going to be able to hit anybody at this round. She knows that. Maybe. She'll look at Dullahan and say, "Go south. I will take the west."
And
then-
I'll stay here.
Go south. And she was just like, "I will let it kill you, you motherfucker." And she will take her standard movement forward. And then she will ready an action to attack the first thing that comes within her range.
Okay. And by range, are you talking melee only, or are you thinking of your javelins as well? Or are you...
I still have 3 of those, actually.
Okay.
No, she's gonna hold on to him. She's gonna do melee only right now.
All right. So Selenite braces and prepares. A horde of troglodytes begins rushing forward. Boody, how you doing, buddy? As the first troglodyte nears, it puts one hand on the wall, pulls itself up slightly, and then launches a net from almost directly underneath you up towards you. It spins, opening. Boody does a 7 hit.
It does not.
All right. The net falls back down. Another rushes forward, casts its net as well. This one with disadvantage. Boody, 15, 10, probably not.
Does not.
The others all just begin piling up. Unable to reach to attack. Swarming, clambering. Some hanging from the walls. Wukong.
Yes, Wukong for the most part will be skipped, I think, this battle. I just wanted him just in case we needed him, but I doubt he'll be very helpful.
Wukong provides color commentary. Morrigan.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm seeing a really good option right now. I just need to double check something.
Can you collapse the wall or some fire?
Oh, fire is very much in the cards right now.
Bless you.
And I need a ruler. Okay. I am going to move my 25 feet here. And Morrigan's going to pull out a little bit of fat, a little bit of sulfur, and a little bit of powdered iron. Smack them all together in her hands, fling them forward, and right in that nice little unoccupied space right here is going to be a flaming sphere that shows up.
That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Which troglodyte will you be ramming the flaming sphere into, or is that only on the next round?
I will be ramming it into the damaged one that's already there. See if I can go ahead and kill him.
Sure can.
So, Flaming Spheres is at level 2, so 9 fire damage.
9 fire damage, that's a dex for half?
I think with the ramming, it is still a dex for half. Hold on. Yes, dex for half. It failed.
Nope. That is
so
a
it takes all
troglodyte.
9. Yep, so there is a flaming sphere right here.
Please go ahead and scribble in a flaming sphere when you have a chance. Morrigan, anything else for you?
That was an action.
Yep.
I don't have any. Actually, I do have something bonus action, but I think I will hold that for the moment.
Seems reasonable.
I will actually use the last 5 feet of my movement to get a little bit closer, though.
You got it. Dullahan, your gnolls stand sentry. What are you doing?
I will continue to use the one spell that does not seem to do any damage.
Tolling the dead? Who are you
Yes.
tolling the dead for?
The bell, it tolls for the
Alright.
one right in front.
Troglodyte in the front. DC 13 Wisdom save throw. That's a good roll, though. Too bad he's not taking any damage.
I am not surprised.
Dullahan, that is just not an effective spell for you for some reason. But we've got a giant subterranean lizard making its way forward. It draws close, but not quite close enough to your gnoll for a bite. However, its tail lashes out with disadvantage. An 8 is gonna miss.
Yes.
And the gnolls. What are they doing?
Speaking of, which of your gnolls has the hide armor on it?
All three, actually.
Oh, nice.
Well equipped gnolls.
Because they all... Well, no, the troglodytes... Troglodytes, they have hide... They have regular hide, right? They don't...
Correct, they do not wear armor. So...
Yeah, so there's actually only one.
Okay.
And I'll just continue to use the one with the highest HP.
Makes sense.
So the two do not. They have 11s. Alright, I'll command my favorite gnoll to me to be a protector. And the other two to rush and start attacking.
You got it. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
This one thinks of himself.
19 is a hit. 19 is a hit. Pair of hits. Let's see some damage. 9 points of damage dealt. This is a big lizard, though. They're chewing, but there's a lot of it to chew. Zunot. These folks seem reasonably capable so far. One of which has even demonstrated a little bit of a skill similar to one of your own called Hunter's Mark. Now, Hunter's Mark is a spell you can cast, which each time you hit a creature with Hunter's Mark on it, will do a little bit of extra damage. And if you should happen to kill that creature or that creature dies, you can move the mark to another creature. And I totally forgot to cover that with you on your turn, so my apologies. But if you'd like to use that, that may be one of your core moves moving forward.
Don't let the space bugs fight.
The space bugs was a weird thing.
I will move a bit closer, so.
Okay.
Yep, just click on it. Go.
You got it.
Explain to me what Hunter's Mark is again.
Sure. Hunter's Mark, you cast the spell. You choose a target. If you hit that target with a weapon, you get to roll an extra d6 damage, so you do more damage to it. If that target dies, as a bonus action on your turn, you can move it to another creature. So basically, you're calling your shots and doing a little more damage.
Okay.
All right. So would you like to do that? And if so, this fella in the front or one of the others?
How far is the range for it?
For your
Hunter's
longbow...
Mark.
Good.
Hunter's Mark, I believe, is 90 feet.
So you got plenty of room. You could get as basically anybody on the screen is your target, except the ones like down here behind the wall.
I will go for the serpent then.
You can't see him.
This fellow over here, the serpent?
She was
no.
pointing here.
Sorry.
She went that way.
That was me. That was me.
Oh, okay.
Which one would
So-
you like to aim at? This fella?
The giant lizard.
You got it. Aiming for the giant lizard, putting a mark on him. And we'll use the no sign for your mark. And please give me a shot. Longbow shot. Longbow shot. The hunter's mark, you have to hit him with your longbow first.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, on the lizard, a 9 is just not going to quite do it. So the shot goes a little wide, doesn't find the mark, but the hunter's mark is there and waiting for you next round. Now, your Bloodhawk is a fairly nasty beast. If you wish to get him up and involved in combat, he could come support Boody and probably do a little bit of an attack on this fella here.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll send him in.
So grab him and go ahead and drag him over. Put him right up here on top of Boody. You got it? Bloodhawk sweeps in and go ahead and roll the Bloodhawk's attack.
Yep, and there is a Bloodhawk in the newspaper icon that you can click on that I have modified to be specific to you. And the action would be the beak.
I'm just trying to find it.
Newspaper icon, upper right.
Oh, yeah.
Holy monkey.
Oh, okay.
As
Woohoo!
as a side note,
Well done.
that
Well done.
that Bloodhawk does have pack tactics, so it would have gotten advantage on it
Didn't
either
need
way.
it, but well done. So go ahead and click. Go ahead and click on the word beak, and that will roll your damage. That is a natural 20, which is a critical hit, which doubles your damage for you. So well done there. 9 points of piercing damage dealt by the Bloodhawk. Just tears into this troglodyte. The troglodyte's staggering about, blood streaming down its horrible, nasty-looking face. And then Zanat, anything else for you?
I'm good for now.
You got
I'll
it.
wait until next time.
Now, Boody, this brings it round to your turn, and you are suddenly reminded of one of the unpleasant features of troglodytes. They stink. They stink bad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need a DC 12 Constitution saving throw because the one that's trying to just reach up and get you with the net is just too close.
Oh.
Ooh.
You are poisoned. You have disadvantage on your attacks, and it's unpleasant. It's just all up in your nose. What you
All
doing
right.
now?
Boody is going to act reckless and continue on with the lizard leader there.
Okay.
Probably miss.
The 5, no, not going to manage. Now you
And then
get 12.
Boody will disengage and take the attack of opportunity.
Okay. Booty's trying to take a step back. Troglodyte below him just trying to swing up. Leaps, bites, tries to get a hold of one of Booty's delicious toes. No.
Miss. Okay.
Boody beats feet. And that's going to bring up Kargaz. And Kargaz looks down the line, urges his giant lizard forward, lines up, and takes the shot. We're aiming for the new folks. Zanat, you've got a trio of scorching rays coming at you. The first, a 15. What is your armor class, please?
That would be your top middle-ish, right above your hit points in your character sheet.
Oh, who, me?
Yep.
Yes, you.
My armor is 15.
Okay. Scorching Ray rolled a 15. It beats. That does hit you for 10 points of damage. It's going to follow up with the second ray, which hits for another 10. And it follows up with the third ray, which misses. So please mark down 20 points of damage. And usually the easiest way to do that is to click on yourself in the little green circle that comes up. Click on the number. Type in -20 and hit enter. and it'll do the math for you. And that was a heck of a hit from Kargas. There's the reason he's the leader. Selenite, your new friend is on fire.
She will move forward, and as she passes the drow, she'll say, "Move back." Just like, what are you doing? And she'll just get right up in here, and you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and make this Constitution save for you right now to get it out of the way.
Okay. You're fine.
I'm fine.
They smell like a spring breeze to you.
I just don't care. And let's hit this fella with my longsword.
Let's do.
Or
Let's
not.
Let's not at all.
Let's note that this was a double fail, and we've had a double crit. So.
Double crit, double fail. It's a night of strange odds. But Selenite, anything else for you?
Nope. I'm just gonna be here blocking the hallway.
And now, Selenite, you're wearing fairly hefty armor, I believe.
I sure am.
Okay. So Zanat, the white figure that passed, is wearing full plate, like the heaviest of heavy armors. So being told to stand behind thee is not so insulting when it's literally a wall of walking metal that just went past. That wall of walking metal, however, is about to be onslaughted upon. The troglodytes swarm forward. The one in the back right here casts... Nope, wrong one. You can't do it. You don't have a net. That one does. Swarms forward, throws a net at Selenite. Selenite does a 16
Miss! No, it doesn't.
Alright. He throws, and then he backs away a little bit from that flaming sphere. The other ones... Selenite, you got 2 troglodytes coming at you. They each bite, claw. So it'll be 2 bites and 4 claws. Bite.
Nope.
1, 2,
Nope.
3,
Nope.
4.
Yes.
Ah, that one got you. I got you once.
You finally got me.
You are such a tank. Troglodytes jostle about trying to get away from this sphere of burning. This one can't do the things they want. They splash about in the water, scooping with their hands, trying to put out the ball of fire. Great gouts of steam come up, but it is ineffectual. Wukong, just chilling back there, buddy?
Yes. I noticed that we have a group of foul-smelling creatures. I'm surprised that this stench is something new to us. We have a decaying rot guy and undead happening about.
It's a special kind of fish funk. So...
You don't mess with the fish funk, I guess.
Don't mess with the fish funk.
Casey?
Yeah?
Question for you.
Sure.
Just for personal knowledge and clarification. Once you pass the con save, are you immune to it for X amount of time?
1 hour.
1 hour.
1
okay.
hour. So the long rest reset your immunities.
Yep.
But the immunities are now starting to build back up again. As Morrigan, I get to ask, what are you doing?
Yes. Bonus action. This flaming sphere is going to move into this square and ram into the center guy right there.
You got it. Go ahead and give me a damage roll, please.
Dex save as well from you.
Oh, not so good.
Oh, lovely. Flaming sphere. That is 2nd level. That is 5 fire damage to that central guy. 5
points of fire damage. He burn.
Yep.
Smells like fish and chips, really. Morgan, anything else? Oh, this was just a bonus action. Where's your action?
Yes.
Where's the real pain?
Yeah. Bloodhawk. Flying. Can occupy the same space as it, or...
Sure.
I mean, it is a small creature.
Yes.
Wunderbar. Then I am going to go ahead and move 25 feet, get up right next to Selenite.
Sure.
And...
Bloodhawk up in the air a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah. As my action... let me just double check this real quick. Make sure I am not missing anything. I'm just going to pull a small leaf out of my component pouch, crush it up in my hand, and as I do so, a giant flaming blade appears in it. And I'm going to be using Flame Blade to make a melee attack against the troglodyte directly in front of me.
Sounds good. Is Flame Blade concentration?
Oh, you're right, it is. So never mind.
Okay. Is that not the reason for that question? Is concentration spells you can only have one at a time? If he brought up the Flame Blade, it would have made his flaming sphere disappear.
Okay.
You know what? We're going to bring the hurt to some people.
Okay.
Again, that central guy.
Yep.
I'm thorn whipping him.
He doesn't want you to.
He can deal with it.
Oh my god.
He super has to deal with it.
Super has to deal with it. Please roll me some damage.
That'll be 5 damage,
5
and
points of
he's
damage.
getting 10 feet closer.
Does not kill him, but he does have to move 10 feet closer. And so he do.
Doesn't that pull him through that fire?
It does, but it doesn't inflict the damage.
Yeah, it doesn't have that effect, unfortunately.
Boo.
But the nice thing is he can't retreat.
That is true. Morrigan, anything else for you?
That was action, bonus action, movement. I still have 5 feet of movement, but I don't wish to move. And it is not the start of their turn, and they did not move into a space within 10 feet of me. I moved within 10 feet of them. Actually, that's still 15 feet, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Nope, that's it.
Got it. Dullahan, your gnolls are looking good. Your Toll the Dead not so great. What are you doing, though?
So, how high would you say the ceiling is above this lizard?
The ceiling above the lizard right now? Only about 5 feet of clearance over it. The hallway itself is probably 15 to 20, though.
And in here, the greater hall?
Oh, that's a bit
Is it
higher.
more
That's maybe
spacious?
going up to 40 feet.
Oh, that's nice. All right, that's good to know. If that's the case, I will concentrate my attacks here on the left in hopes that we can expedite this process. I guess I shall continue with this tolling of the dead, though it does not seem to be tolling much. More like a, how are you?
Are you sure you're not using your alarm spell by mistake? Dullahan, who are you aiming for?
I'm checking the range. See if it's okay. It is 60 feet. Ruler. I'd like to do yes.
You got it.
That fellow hiding in the back.
On the nose. Just thorn whipped into
No.
range for you.
No one likes the wallflower.
Oh.
10 HP.
10
Nice.
HP. Toll the Dead finally brings itself around and eliminates one of the troglodytes. Anything else for you?
It's about time. Honestly. I'd like to mention, save one for me. Just knock one unconscious. Doesn't matter which one. I'm sure I'll need to refill ranks.
It's a little creepy.
That's all.
At that,
Well-
the giant lizard tries to get rid of these unpleasant little gnolls. Biting at one. That's a hit.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
then a tail whip at the other.
Make that 2. I'll need at least 2.
The giant lizard, now freed of the blockade, rushes forward, drawing up alongside Boody and the other gnoll. And now the gnolls get to do stuff. Or at least the gnoll does.
Yes. This gnoll here shall take the disengage action.
Mm-hmm.
Not disengage. We'll just have him dodge.
Dodge.
His job is to protect me.
Seems reasonable. Zanat. Big lizard. Big lizard coming up behind you. Little lizard's in front of you. What would you like to do about that?
We have at least one more 6 seconds or so before it chews through the last knoll. Don't worry. I have plans for it.
Alright, well, firstly, I'm moving out of the way because I'm about to die.
Reasonable.
This one actually listens. That's good.
I'm going to send my Bloodhawk in to help Morrigan
Okay.
in Selenite. So I'm going to attack one of these.
Sounds good. Go ahead and give me an attack roll from the Bloodhawk.
Mm-hmm.
A 9 on Pack
19.
Tactics, doesn't it?
Yep.
That's that does make it a 19. Pack Tactics gives you advantage, so when you have a combatant next to a friend. So go ahead and hit Beak and roll me some damage. 5 points of piercing damage as the Bloodhawk tears into the northern troglodyte, the one that it is engaged with. And then Zanat, you still have clear shots at just about everything. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, I will use my longbow and hit the serpent since I'm in clear view.
Sounds good. And do me a favor, just click on and hold down on the serpent so you make a circle and tell me which one you want to hit. You got it. Aiming at the big guy.
Alright, let me just...
12. Unfortunately not going to do it. Hide is just too tough, deflecting arrows that aren't straight on. Zanat, that would be your reaction for the command on the animal, and then movement you did a little bit. Bonus action, I don't think you have too many of at this level. So anything else for you?
Not. I think I'll wait till next turn.
You got it. And as you may have noticed, witty banter is always an option, or just throwing insults around. Either way. Boody, what are you doing?
Okay. So in order for me to pull out my sword and attack him, I'd have to drop my longbow, right? And make the attack on the same round?
Yes. You can drop your longbow and draw your sword and stab, but stowing a weapon takes an action.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. So Boody will disengage.
Okay.
And fly his... He'll fly to there.
Okay.
Right there.
Brave one, this one.
That's it. Good luck. Good luck, guys. You got this.
You see the lizard just snapping at you, but your disengage action kept it from getting close. From the background...
No bonus action I can take.
What's that?
No bonus action I can take, so I'm done.
You got it. From the background, Kagars looks forward, eyes up the two, the enormous creature in plate, and then the one not quite so armored, and chooses the softer of the two. Morrigan, a trio of scorching rays coming at you. 1, 2, 3.
First one hits, the other two miss.
6 points of fiery damage.
3.
3 points of fiery damage. You're a tiefling with resistance to fire.
Yes.
There we go. I'm pretty sure that's a 6. Selenite, what are you up to?
I'm going to take a swing at the wounded one next to us, actually.
One to the north. That's a good hit. That's a big chunk of damage.
Thank you for the reminder.
That is destruction. Troglodyte falls. Oh, actually, they were both wounded. Which one did you want, north or south?
Oh, that's the one I wanted. I wanted the one that was in front of my friend.
Selenite, any other activity?
Actually, yes. She's going to actually move around this fellow and be on the other side of him now.
Sounds good. That's going to bring up the Troglodyte Horde. The Troglodyte Horde.
The one that is closest to me, can I have it make a con save?
Sure can. Spores, I take it?
Yep, and it passed, so no damage.
No damage. All right. The Troglodyte Horde, though, does begin its attack process. One from the rear stepping... Hang on. You're going to run up there, and you're going to step up here for a second, and then you're going to throw your net. On a whim and a prayer. Selenite. Ooh, a 22?
Hits.
Hey!
It does hit.
You are restrained by the net of the Troglodyte. The Troglodyte then steps back. Others pour in to take advantage. And I have you.
What is that condition?
They
Inflict.
will have advantage on these attacks.
Okay.
So you are going to get a little bit of a horde of attacks coming at you. 4 bites and 8 claws, all with advantage. 1, 2,
Nope.
3,
Nope. Nope.
4.
Still
8
no.
claws. 1, 2,
No. Yes.
3,
3. Yes.
4,
No.
5,
Yes.
6,
No.
7,
No.
8.
Also no.
It's just a pile of slime and scales, teeth and claws. They only find a little bit of flesh in amongst that armor,
12.
though.
12
3.
total.
Thank you. I'm like, it scrolls by way too fast for me. I can't keep up.
Fair enough. And then they start scrambling, trying to get away from the fire. Selenite, would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
Can I do that?
Yes.
Certainly may.
It'll be at disadvantage,
It'll
but
be
yes.
a disadvantage, but you may.
Might as well. Yeah.
Ooh. That disadvantage, though.
I wouldn't have had advantage, so it
No,
doesn't matter.
And that's going to bring up... Can you get in and out? You can, okay. One more rushes forward into the gap. Biting them 2 claws at advantage. Bite. 2
Oof.
claws.
8.
No. Yes.
Okay.
Another 14.
A little bit more.
14.
And getting back out of the fire. The other ones can't quite reach. And that's going to bring it around to Wukong, who sits back and laughs, I guess.
I want him come Wukong, sit on my shoulder. I'll give him a peanut and ask him to play bodyguard once again.
Okay. Morrigan. It's been an eventful dog pile. They just don't want to be in the range of your fire. What are you doing?
Yeah. Bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Symbiotic entity. Spores are just going to burst out of me.
Well.
Which means I gain 20 temporary hit points.
Fair.
Let me type that in real quick. Okay. And... you know what? We are going to... how far? Ah, they are within range. Good. But this is what I want to... don't think this is. No. You know what? I am going up to here.
Okay.
I am going to place a hand onto Selenite.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to cast Cure Wounds.
Seems like a reasonable thing to do.
You are not done yet. And then fight.
Now, Selenite is still in the net.
Unless if I can use my free object interaction to pull it off.
Not a free object interaction. You gotta either cut it with an attack or use an action to pull it off.
The healing is more important.
Fair deal.
The healing's more important.
So that is 5 healing for Selenite.
Got it. Morgan, I assume you're going to have a bonus action since you got that ball of fire just sitting there.
Negative. The bonus action was to burst my cloud of spores out of me.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
That requires me to take my bonus action for my wild shape.
You got it. So Morgan, that's movement, that's action, bonus action. Any additional movement?
I do believe that is a negative.
You got it. So Dullahan, how about it?
Yes. Well, luckily these lizards are dumb.
A little.
It fell right into my trap.
They do seem to be trapped. Surrounded and netted, one might say.
Up you go, big boy. And I shall levitate him halfway between the ground and the 40-foot sea. And you know how I know he's not going to succeed on his save? It was foretold in one of my portents this morning.
You're making a crit fail. Nice.
Oh dear. All right. One creature, loose object of your choice. You can see within range vertically up to 20 feet and remain suspended there for the duration. Any creature up to 500 pounds. We'll say, sure, he's under 500 pounds. And he fails his Constitution saving throw.
He does.
Big lizard just spinning and twitching and thrashing in the air, but can't seem to figure out what to do.
Have fun up there. Now, to the west. I need 2, please. Just save me 2 of them. And, Boody, here is your piñata. Have fun.
All right.
Nice.
Concentration up to 10 minutes. Does he get a Constitution saving throw
No.
on his turns?
Not.
No, he is just up there. Well played, Dullahan. The giant lizard just floats about. Let's see, does giant lizard have anything he can do?
Probably not, unless if he has 20-foot reach.
Nope. No, he does not. He just floats about being angry lizard.
Is that this
like
equal to Hungry Hungry Hippos?
I mean, it's
Meat is back on the menu.
Mr. Null. The lizard can't reach you, so you can't reach the lizard. But what is Mr. Null doing?
Oh, he's going off to the west, certainly.
Fair enough.
And 20, 30. He'll go up here just in. And he'll take the. You know what? He'll take an action. He'll hold his action. For any troglodyte that gets close to him, he'll go ahead and take a good big bite.
You got it. So that's going to bring up Zanat. Zanat, that's a little weird. Lizard floating in the air like that, but seems to be under control. What are you doing?
If you need, practice for your longbow, by all means.
True, but Selenite is also really damaged.
I would go for the ones that are actually threats.
You said he's in the ceiling, or up in the ceiling,
He's
yes?
just floating in the air. Doesn't seem to be able to hit the ceiling or the ground. It's held there.
Then I shall get a bit closer to him.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my longbow.
Okay. Fire away, please. Wow. He's just a wiggly little worm. Even stuck in the air the way he is. Just can't get a bead on him.
Is it possible to use both weapons on the same turn, or different turns?
Different turns. So longbow doesn't have that ability. If you were doing like dagger in each hand, then you could stab with both daggers.
Fair enough. I'll let my little hawk have some fun, so.
You got it. Do you want him going after the lizard or after the troglodyte? If he goes after the lizard, that might put him in danger.
I'll go for the troglodyte, so. I'm going to move him here.
You got it.
And he's going to attack this one.
Okay.
Ooh. How tall is the ceiling there?
High enough that he'll stay clear of the flames.
Okay.
Yeah, let my little pet have some fun.
Yep, sure. Go ahead and give me an attack. 13's going to do it. Roll me some damage. 6 points of damage is a chunk, but this one still looked fairly healthy and remains standing. Is there not anything else for you?
Am I allowed to move again, or is it the one move?
You can move as many times as you want, but only up to 30 feet.
Yeah, you were here, so you moved like 10 feet. So you still have an additional 20 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And your hawk still has an additional 45 feet of movement.
Then I shall... Let's go over here.
You got it. Boody.
Alright, Booty's still poisoned, right?
Boody is still poisoned. Troglodyte poison. With the 5 feet, it's DC 13. Start of the creature's next turn. No, you were no longer poisoned.
Great. Okay. So I'm going to take a non-hunter's mark shot at the lizard on the wall.
Okay.
13.
13's going to miss.
Damn it. That's it.
All right. Booty's shooting big. And that's going to bring up our friend who... Kargaz doesn't have the things he wants to have right now. Well, why not? Kargaz is going to lead his lizard forward. It climbs up the walls.
Hey, Casey, can Booty move while you guys do that?
Sure,
Can I use my movement? All right, thanks.
Yep. Unfortunately, my mouse is fighting with me right now. Kargaz positions himself on the wall above the flaming sphere, outside of its range, and then he gestures forward, pointing. A 15-foot cone of fire down the line. The Bloodhawk, Selenite, and Morrigan, as he gestures and summons a Burning Hands spell.
I do have a question for you.
Sure.
Over the course of a long rest, would it have been considered into the next day?
We would have not passed a full day yet.
Because we had 2 long rests since we were outside last.
Did you?
Yeah, we had a long rest upstairs.
Oh, then yeah, you're in the next day.
Fantastic.
But hang on, fire's coming. And that fire...
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, please. Come on, mouse. Work with me here, buddy.
Seriously, a deck save?
Yes,
Fuck me.
DC 12 dexterity saving throws. One from the Bloodhawk as well. Ooh, very nice.
Yep.
12 points, or so 6 points of damage to Selenite, 3 to Morrigan, and can I see a dexterity saving throw from the Bloodhawk? Which
Yep, you just click on the word dex.
Yep.
It took 6 damage?
6 damage.
Okay.
Sorry, what am I clicking?
Click on
for
dex
your
on the Bloodhawk.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Move.
Passes. So
Passes.
6 fire. So it takes 6 damage.
fire.
And you can tick its damage down the same way you did for you.
Yeah.
And Kargaz and his lizard are stuck on the wall 15 feet or so up in the air outside the range of the fire. But Selenite, what are you doing?
I am
Would
Really?
recommend...
Still in your
I know. Really hurt. I can't back up. I am restrained. I cannot back up.
That is true, you are restrained.
The getting out of the net was implied.
You do realize that it would give me I guess attack of opportunity would be less likely to really catch me.
So if you wish to cut yourself out of the net, you can either attack it with a slashing weapon or a DC 10 strength save. Wow, a 9. A 9 does not hit the net.
Well, that was a waste. Bye, guys. I guess I'm going to be re-rolling a new character.
That will not be the case.
Selenite, any other activity? I think you might be out of moves.
You know what? I'm going to bonus action.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action Shield of Faith.
Fair. Go ahead and crank that AC up. And as you do, some troglodytes try to capitalize on the situation. All right. So we have two bites and 4 claws coming at you. Bite.
No.
4 claws. Claw.
Nope.
Claw,
Nope.
claw.
Nope. Fuck you.
Ooh.
Nope. No.
Right.
Shield of Faith. I'm so glad I did that because I would be dead right now.
All right. So we're gonna move the leader and his lizard out of the way for just a moment here, so we can get the rest of the folks taken care of. They're gonna have to go through the Bloodhawk to get to you. So, man, you're just fighting me so hard right now. Roll 20.
It wants me to live.
It does want you to live. It is rooting for you as I throw
it's
troglodytes
so hot
all over the place.
Oh, it's got so hot in Ohio today, guys. I'm like, I'm cooking alive right now.
So the burning hands was appropriate.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so the Bloodhawk has some attacks incoming. Please check your Bloodhawk's armor class and let me know if these hit. The first bite, a 10.
No.
The claws, a 13. A 5.
No.
Probably none of those.
It is a 14.
All right, so you are totally fine. That troglodyte then tries to move away. Your Bloodhawk can make an attack as a reaction. So please go ahead and make a beak attack on that troglodyte.
And this will be at normal since there is nothing else.
You got it. 16's going to hit, though, so please roll me some damage. 6 points of damage. That's a strong hawk you got there. The other troglodytes try to pile in. Bite, claw on the Bloodhawk. 13, no. 14, yes?
Yes.
6 points of damage there. The second claw.
Nope.
A 9, not going to do it. This one falls back as well. No longer able to take the reaction. The Bloodhawk just has to endure. More troglodytes bite.
Oof.
That's a hit.
Bloodhawk's down.
Bloodhawk is down.
No.
With a pair of claws. The troglodyte rushes forward towards Selenite. Claw with advantage. 12s. 7 and 6, no. Whoop. Alright. You come down here, bird.
Like, they really can't hit me now.
Really trying hard here. Alright, troglodyte shoves himself up. He does not want to have to stand next to this fire, but he can't get himself out. 2 more troglodytes to go. Rushing forward. Bite, claw on Selenite. Bite.
No.
It's 23?
No.
Oh my god. Claw.
Nope.
They're trying so hard right now.
They have to crit, basically.
Alright,
Basically, yeah, they have to crit to hit me.
Selenite, the last one, rushes forward into the pile. Bite.
Oh.
Does 24 touch you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 points of damage.
She is unconscious.
Unconscious. Triumphant, the troglodyte pushes past its friend. I'm going to slide you up here, Selenite, so you can see where it is. Morrigan, you got a claw coming at you.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
15, 14.
Nope.
Troglodytes jostle about. Can't make enough room. One of them burns. Please give me fireball damage.
2 of them burn.
1, 2.
Within
Why
5
are you
feet?
still standing there. Yeah, 2 of them burn. I can't remember if he ran out of space or not, so we're going to assume he did. So dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
14,
He meets
20.
and passes.
All right, so the top one
Actually,
burns.
one moment. Yeah, meets. So give me a moment. They both burn. They just take 4 fire damage.
Got it. -4. -4. All right, both the Bloodhawk and Selenite are unconscious on the ground. Wukong.
Ugh. Such a shame. I'll just have Wukong, fly in front of me just to make sure that no one gets a clear shot.
Sounds good. Morrigan.
Well, this puts a little bit of a damper on what I was just going to plan. Actually, shit, I should have thought about this before, but, fuck it. That troglodyte, can I have him make a con save?
Sure.
He
12.
fails.
Not gonna do. See some damage.
He'll take 5 necrotic.
5 points of necrotic damage dealt. Still standing though.
Yep. Oh, but I like this person. They get me. Also, Mr. Shaman Troglodyte and Lizard are floating above the flaming
on
sphere.
the wall, basically 20 feet up in the air, right next to the ceiling, over that 4 square.
So they'd be
in there. Yep.
Oh, so I could see them as well.
Yes.
You can see them. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Is this going to suck?
How delightful.
Actually, no, this won't suck. Because it's not going to do what I think it's going to do. Sweet. Yes, I am doing this.
Okay.
You'll forgive me when you wake up.
Oh.
That sounds really...
DC 14 dex saves for anything within 15 feet as I return the burning hands in kind.
Okay,
I think I automatically fail that, right?
Yes, but it is only 1 death save. It is only 1 death save since it is not considered a critical attack.
Okay.
Okay, so, since by the way, we did say no player versus player action, so Selenite, you do have to give permission for this one.
Well, she's unconscious,
No,
so...
you as a player. You as a player.
As a player.
And what about Bird? Bloodhawk is also there.
Bloodhawk is also there, so we'll ask that one next, but Selenite, are you okay with this one?
If she were conscious, she would trust implicitly Morgan's decisions, okay. So, yes.
Fair enough. Zenot, because it'll take a little longer to explain what's going on, so we'll just assume yes for the moment, and we will cover the details.
The greater good.
We will cover details on this one in a little bit. Also, ranger pets can be resummoned, so we'll go with that for now. So Morrigan, 8 dexterity saving throw on a 15-foot cone from you, eh?
Yes.
So.
Which
Typewriter
means
style with the troglodytes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 troglodytes and the boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 troglodytes.
The last 3 fail, so they all take 8 fire damage. The first 2 take 4.
And the boss.
Yeah. Takes the full 8.
Alright, so.
Oh, and those were some shitty rolls.
I'm batting cleanup. Don't worry.
Did the lizard get to hit too?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yep.
You guys make me do a lot of rolls all of a sudden.
Oh, they're so weakened and beautiful because I need 2 nulls. This is...
Still 4 fire damage.
Alright, 4 for you.
Mm.
Alright, and 4 for you. Oh, that's a dead troggy.
No!
4
That's
for
alright.
you is
I got plenty.
fine.
That boss looks...
4 for you is death. 4 for you is still alive.
Only 2 passed on the troglodytes. The rest
Yep.
take 8.
I was doing the 8.
Gotcha.
They die. Okay, so Selenite and our Bloodhawk both have 1 failed death saving throw. Morrigan, any other activity for you?
Yes, because that was only my action.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action.
Sure.
That flaming sphere is going into Mr. Bosch Troglodyte.
Okay.
Can you
Sure.
keep him unconscious? No.
Fuck no.
Oh, come on.
He just downed my friend. He's dead.
All right.
Dex save.
Dex save.
Be a team player.
4. Not good for him.
No. So let me do the flaming sphere. Damage. Another 7 damage.
Another 7 damage. He topples off the back of his lizard, falling
Yes!
into the water. Sploosh.
And the flaming sphere is now within 5 feet of that giant lizard.
It is now within 5 feet of that giant lizard.
Future reference.
Yep. Anything else?
No, I am going to hold my ground.
Dullahan.
Well, not to leave my friend.
I can't see this one all the way down here. I don't think.
Nah, probably not on that angle.
Yeah. And the 2 that are closest to my comrades, they are healthy.
I
can't really
none of them
tell.
look
Yeah,
healthy at all.
That one's wounded. I can't tell the other one.
They all look pretty beat up. The only one that looks okay is this one way in the back here.
Alright, well then...
I would say that this one is the most hurt of the ones you could
Yeah.
probably see.
Alright, well then I'll just use a... Say I have to move there. I guess first bolt will go towards this one to knock it unconscious, and the other 2 to this.
Okay.
I feel like that one's gonna go down with 3 bolts, so let's keep the second one spell. So yeah, I'll just do the first one, and I'm trying to knock these things unconscious, and this is gonna be magic.
Okay.
Yeah, magic missile. Oh, that's right. Top.
A 4 does knock him unconscious. A 4 and he's still standing. Another 4. Oh, still standing.
Alright. Well, yeah, this one unconscious, the other... That there guy.
Yeah,
That's fine. Mr. Knowles is coming up.
Mr.
He'll bite him unconscious.
Bite him gently. Up in the air, the giant subterranean lizard, secret weapon of the troglodytes, thrashes pointlessly. No.
What?
Mr. Null.
Yes, Mr. Null will wade in and will try to this guy unconscious.
Just nibble him a little.
Yes.
Some light nibbling.
Just a little bit. Just a little
Ooh.
bit.
That's a hit.
That's a lot of nibbles.
That's a fairly light set of nibbles. That does knock him unconscious. You have 2 unconscious troglodytes.
So hard. My...
That's where I'm supposed to be.
And the Bloodhawk is supposed to be in that center square.
And I will have Mr. Knowles play bodyguard for a while.
Sounds good. Alright, Zanat. Enemies are falling, but that big squiggly lizard's still up in the air. What are you doing?
Well, since my longbow failed, I'm going to try another weapon that I have on me.
Okay.
Jump up for it. She'll.
Can you jump 20 feet straight up?
Can't
No.
jump, but you can climb. The warning I will give you, if you do want to climb up there, and I will allow it though, it can reach you if you can reach it. Longbow is safe. Something closer might get a little dangerous.
That's the
We have
chance I
something.
want to take.
We have 59 turns to get it down.
Nope.
Nice.
It's if the drow wants to be brave.
And keep in mind, that is not a threat to you right now. You can always deal with it later. There are other threats that could kill you soon.
Aw.
And you know what? He's a strong boy. I'll risk it.
There you go. All right, let's see
So-
this attack.
I'm just going to move him a bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is here.
Sure.
And he is going to use. Let's see if he's climbing the wall.
Athletics, yes.
You don't even need it. You only have to get a couple of feet up in the air to get the reach. No. Why is that not? Why? Just
No,
not
I expected
enough.
more.
Because
Just
he
trying to
likes
reach
the
out
danger.
and hook him.
Just trying to rope it in. So, Zenot, decision for you. You can stay where you are, which is within reach of the lizard. Or you could try and drop back down out of reach. If you drop out of reach, it will get an attack of opportunity on it. If you stay within reach, it could attack you more than once.
Well, that isn't a safe bet to drop there.
Okay. So, as you attempt to drop back down, it will attempt to bite and keep you in the air.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh,
I think that knocks Dan out unconscious.
All right.
oof, yikes.
Zenot.
In its mouth. You're getting eaten.
You are getting eaten actively.
Jesus.
Boody, your new drow friend, is in the process of being swallowed.
Ugh.
Okay.
Boody, what are you doing?
Well, this whole plan's going tits up. So, sorry, Selenite. I was going to cast Cure Wounds on you, but we had a situation here, so... Okay, what do I have to do to get him out of his mouth?
A contested grapple against the giant subterranean lizard.
Don't worry, I have a 10 strength. This is no problem.
What could go wrong? You can
You
use
can
athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
I'll use acrobatics.
Okay. And let's see it. The number to beat is a 7.
Woo!
10, surprisingly, will work. So,
Okay.
You got it
Boody,
while its mouth was open.
Yep, dive bomb.
You've probably seen lizards do that thing before where they sort of like kick it up in their mouth like crocodile-like they're going to just kind of start working it back. You wait till just the right second, grab some boots, and just pull. And out comes your new drow friend. A little slimy and worse for the wear and definitely unconscious at the moment. But Boody, what are you doing?
That was an action, right?
That is an action, yes.
Okay. Is there a bonus action to try to stabilize him, or no?
No, that would be an action.
Okay,
So,
that's what I thought.
all right.
That's it, I'm done.
All right, so you guys stagger backwards a bit in the air, coming to, I think, a crash on the ground. And Selenite, I do need to ask you for a dangerous death saving throw. You already have one, so a critical fail here could kill you.
So what am I rolling?
A death save, which is a D20.
Okay, so just click the death save. Gotcha.
Just click the death save.
This would be my first
have
death save in
one.
over a year.
Yeah.
So I forgot how to do it.
You got it. And 11
You're
is a
good.
pass. You have 1 fail and 1 success.
And that's all she'll have.
And that's what you say. But some troglodytes get to have their turn. All right, we're going to move our bird out of the way here for a moment.
Okay, because I didn't want to put my null there, but that's where my null would have gone.
Okay, you got it. So first thing up, giant lizard reaches down and tries to bite Mr. Null. Mr. Null, 16 for 5?
Yeah. Takes the 5.
All right. Followed up by some troglodytes. Troglodyte claw, 13 for 5?
Down goes the null.
All right. Rushing past, claw and a bite left. The troglodyte draws up alongside Morrigan. Claw. Morrigan
Con
reaction?
save.
Yep, that is. 8. No.
Fails. He'll take 5.
Oh, that was a good number to roll. Troglodyte falls. Good
Unconscious?
number to roll.
No,
Unconscious?
this is. I am not in the unconscious field. It is.
I don't know that you can make those spores make things unconscious, but 2 remaining roll up. The lizard also moves up.
Oh, bother.
All
Wasn't
right.
it 5 feet within that thing? Can't it not move?
No, it can. It can move.
It can
Okay.
move, it
Just if it ends its turn there.
yeah, they're just getting out of way of it. But, Morgan, you do have a pair of bites and 4 claws coming at you. Wait, no, hang
Bring
on.
it.
I lost somebody. Where'd somebody go? Oh, he died.
Yes, he died.
Yeah, he died.
A pair of bites and 4 claws coming at you. Bite and bite. 17 and a
First
5.
one will hit.
5 points of damage, and then 4 claws. 1, 2,
Give me a moment.
3, 4.
Okay, give me just a moment.
Sure.
5, 8, 12. Okay.
12 points of damage done. Probably not.
Still has
getting
not hit my temporary
through
hit
your
points.
temporaries. But that will do it for our troglodyte horde. Wukong. Brave Wukong.
Oh, Wukong, what would we do without you? Yes, Wukong, back up. I'll be taking sentry behind you.
Sounds good. Morrigan.
Question. Now that she is unconscious, is moving the net considered a free object
I
interaction?
mean, she's still to cut her loose the net. You can pick her up and drag her in the net.
You know what? Bonus action. I'm moving myself up a square real quick. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Bonus action, the flaming sphere is going to come hurtling through that hallway.
Okay.
To here. And with its last 5 feet
It
of...
can't get past the enemies. It would bump into them. And you.
But if...
So you could
Very
get
well.
it to here and ram into that guy, but then it would leave it next to Selenite.
Yeah, fuck it. Flaming sphere is no longer useful to me. It drops as I drop the concentration on it.
Okay.
Though I would have had to make the 3 con saves for it anyhow.
Fair.
That's 15. Ooh, that'd be either side. Is the lizard up on the wall?
We'll figure he's dropped back down at this point.
Okay, so... Because I want to be occupying that square. But that's not going to happen. Yeah, okay. Yep, Flaming Sphere is going to get replaced with Healing Word.
Okay.
But that's next long rest. As my action, I am going to, again, reach down, touch Selenite, and this time we're getting a Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay, 2nd level Cure Wounds. Let's see some hit points.
16 hit points.
Selenite, you are awake and aware. Death saves refreshed. Morrigan, anything else?
Thinking. One moment. That is a... Yes. I am going to move through Selenite's square.
Okay.
Proccing the attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
To where the Bloodhawk is right here. And I'm basically just going to pick up the Bloodhawk and shield it with my body.
Okay. The Troglodyte and the Giant Lizard make their attacks. Bite from the Troglodyte.
That'll touch.
17 for 4. Bite from the Giant Lizard.
No.
8 for nothing. Morgan, you hold the Scorched Bird in your hands.
Yep. That's going to be right here. So the other Troglodyte does get its attack of opportunity.
Oh, you got it. One more Troglodyte attack of opportunity. The bite. So many teeth. Ooh. 7
That
points.
will touch. 4 minus 3. Okay.
You got it. Giant subterranean lizard wraps itself in a little ball, then stretches out suddenly, its tail flicking forward, coming just shy of getting close to anyone. And Zanot, unfortunately you are unconscious. Unconscious means that you have a chance of bleeding out. To represent that, we roll death saving throws. So on your sheet towards the middle
I
there's a little
believe
button
I
that
was skipped, young sir.
Did I skip you? I did. Dullahan.
Yeah.
Dullahan, you're so subtle.
Clearly.
Sorry about that.
Let the class and the subtlety waft over you.
It just hits you in waves.
Yes. I think I shall end this encounter. It's getting quite dull.
Sure.
I think I shall sleep the troglodytes at 2nd level. Let's just make this, please. Sleep. Level 2. Submit.
Ooh, 34 hit points.
34 hit points of sleep. That is a sleepy troglodyte. That is a sleepy troglodyte. That is a sleepy lizard. All 3 fall to sleep in front of you, disabling the remaining enemies. The giant subterranean lizard up in the air has no recourse, so you are able to pepper it with arrows at your leisure. And
that would be a negative.
Say it again?
That would be a negative.
What's a negative?
I'm going to tell them to not attack the giant lizard.
Okay.
It came after
the one
us.
that's floating.
Listen to us. Why should we listen to you? It was just.
So let's go ahead and drop out of turn order, and I will ask: is somebody bringing Zanot back among the living?
Don't waste your cure wounds. I've got stuff.
Okay.
Zanot will get 5 points of lay on hands, and his little buddy will get 2.
Okay. Zanot and the Hawk, please add 5 points to Zanot, 2 points to the Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
And
I just need to click. Don't
Just
mind
Take
me.
the hawk with you.
We'll
You
say,
have to remember all of these are at advantage.
We'll say due
Yeah,
to...
no, it just happens. It just hits. I imagine.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to roll for their health.
Do me a favor. Well, let's figure we'll get you back to 3. Between the misadventures of a crit fail on your bloodthirst.
You are not shooting that floating lizard.
Can we stick him in the
I just
closet?
wanted to see.
It feels
You
like
can shoot
shot
the
them.
other lizard. You can shoot the other lizard, but not the big one.
Then I'll go to this guy right here then.
Okay, some target practice is happening.
But if you do that, it's gonna wake up.
You can kill the other one as well.
33
With 33
damage,
hit
I think it's
points,
dead.
it did not wake up. That lizard is now gone. It joins the bear body pile. Which does leave you with a large giant lizard floating in the air. Zanat, you are now conscious. You can rejoin any conversation that you wish. Somewhat distractingly, from the southern tunnel. During this whole fight, you've heard someone yelling out, "I'm hiding!" over and over again. It seems His Highness was busy dealing with the troglodytes that were driving the lizard forward, and has done so reasonably well. He returns looking a little rough, but nothing he's going to admit to, and settles down to rest once more.
Yeah.
So,
The lizard in here, please, with a stick or something. Just push him along.
I'm going to
not
leave
be
it where
bothered.
it's at, and I am going to cast... actually, I know this thing is considered a beast.
it is a huge beast, correct?
Good. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
You gain the hint of... Okay, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And this lasts for 10 minutes.
Sure.
And I'm going to speak to it.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask it... Why does it listen to these lesser creatures? Why does it not act of its own volition?
The responses you get are nearly unintelligent. This is not a thinking creature. You gather fairly quickly that it is not trained, it is not in any way obeying. It was simply driven here by pain and would have eaten whatever was in front of it. It just happened to be you. And
Well,
could
then...
you come a little closer, it can't quite reach.
I think I will stay outside of your bite range for now.
Just a little teeny bit.
Anyone have a large stick?
Mm.
Let's just poke it in the little garage, whatever.
Yeah,
that
and
little
you guys
place.
can't understand what it's saying as
I'm
I'm
not.
talking to it.
So
I'm just trying to
Dullahan
record.
is slowly getting it poked. It gets to about this
Batting
area.
at Dullahan.
What's that?
I'm going
No, it ate
I'm-
our new friend. You are not being reasonable. We've talked about this.
and you
Is
can
it
shut
is it
your
reasonable?
mouth.
Is it reasonable to put the lizard in the one place that we can defend and rest?
As you
Yes.
as you get the lizard towards that
Seems
area,
like
though, Dullahan, you do realize that it's going to be able to stretch out and get a hold of the walls if it gets much closer. You kind of got it in the one big spot where it can't reach anywhere. Too close to a wall and it'll be able to get a grip.
Mm. I'm just trying to be reasonable here. You don't want
Yes.
it dead, yet it's going to try to kill us. It's
Will
already
you
tried
shut
to
up
kill
and
our
let
little
me
friend.
speak for once? Instead of
Goodness,
prattling
all
on
you
like a
do
little
is
baby.
speak. All you do. Calm now. What resolution do you offer?
Yet you're still prattling. This creature was driven here by the troglodytes. It was going to eat whatever was in its face. Tell us, friend, if we send you back the other direction, will you eat what's down there? Help us, and we'll help you?
It seems agreeable to that concept. Point it in the other direction, let it get a hold of a wall. It's not particularly hungry.
Good. We have plenty here for you to eat right now, not including our friends. But if you help us, we will make sure that you are able to regain and retain your freedom.
You're not sure it thinks that far ahead.
Either way, I am trying to convince it to work with us.
Sure. Give me an animal handling check.
Where the hell is animal? There it is. Jeez, with a
I mean,
+4 on that.
You think it's probably more that this is not a trainable beast. It's just almost too dumb. It could be
The intention
conditioned,
is
maybe,
not to train.
but you know,
It is mainly setting up an agreement.
it doesn't have the concept of forethought. It's move and eat.
Well, let us move you back in the right direction. And you do
At
not
least-
eat us.
At least brand it or something so we know that if it's the same creature. Since you very much like it. Should tag it. Do you have a ribbon or something?
Sort of a tag and release program.
Actually, one moment. I might be able to do something with this.
Now, Boody, do lizards eat birds where you come from?
Sure, I guess. I don't know.
Do you eat lizards? This fascinates
I mean, I can eat
know what?
anything, I guess, with enough time.
I am actually going to cast Druid Craft on this giant lizard,
Okay.
and I'm going to make it smell like a bunch of wildflowers.
Okay.
me. Oh, how pleasant.
And that effect persists for 24 hours.
All right. It is a very aromatic lizard for the next 24 hours.
You are full of
That's
surprises.
smart. I love that.
But, other creatures will know what's coming.
Yes. And they will be very surprised once they round the corner, smelling flowers, trying to find out what it is, and there is a giant lizard face chomping down on it.
Mm.
And it
This
will
should be
warn
fun.
us too.
All right. I'll move it temporarily up toward the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
so it can.
And
See if
just before he does so, just as a confirmation,
All right.
we point it back down the way it came, it is going to go that direction. It agreed to that, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a test because I can still move it at will.
So, proceed.
Yeah, I'll move it up to the ceiling and to see which direction it goes.
Okay. Once it gets a foothold, it starts heading down that southern eastern passage, trying to get away.
There's no real reason for me not to keep constant. I mean, I'll let it go do as it pleases.
Sure. It starts heading out, and it looks like it's just going to run like crazy away from you.
Sure. Once it gets out of my visual range, it loses
Sure.
levitate.
Sounds good. So I'm going to ask for a 5-minute drink and bio break. And
That works.
then we will pick back up and maybe do a little bit of revealing here on some of your conquests. Because congratulations, you have cleared the troglodyte infestation of Glitterhame, the floor that you are currently on. There are still a few dangers lurking about. Notably, some poisonous mushrooms that you found last session, and a shambling mound which you found at the beginning of this one. We'll talk about a little bit of that later. So I will talk to you guys in 5 minutes or so.
Yep.
Sure.
Got a question when we get back.
There's something you can't do.
It was nice of Casey to make Blizzard less than 5.
Oh, right. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Are we going to rest before we move on? I know we just had a long one, but we can take a short one so I can have some hit points.
I don't understand why.
I know
Yeah,
it's only. She's like, I know it's only a little blood, but I am actually wounded.
Yeah, that encounter was basically an entire session's encounter in one.
Yeah, like that fucked me up real bad.
With the Ranger. Yeah, the Ranger took it pretty hard too.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, for anybody who wants to answer it. How do you make that special, like, typey text that isn't just talking in the chat box?
Me.
/me. Huh.
Yep. As in, Morrigan goes and casts Cure Selenite. I could literally type that out in the chat.
I thought we were going to rest, so you don't waste your cure wounds, because I believe we have other levels to go through.
Yeah.
Funny, I've been typing EM. I guess EM
that
or...
Also
yeah.
I think
What,
EM
what are you
does
What are
that.
you eating? Because I can hear the crinkle crinkle.
Oh, I'm making myself a sandwich.
Oh,
I am putting salami on my sandwich.
delightful.
Yeah. Salami, pastrami, and smoked
Yeah.
ham. With 2 slices of baby Swiss.
Ah, you ruined it.
I mean, I could have put pepper jack on it.
Better. Pepper jack is the superior cheese.
I like them both. I just like cheese.
I do love cheese. I just don't like Swiss.
That's a shame. Because I make a main bacon, egg, and cheese with Swiss cheese.
So you know what? If you put cheddar on there, beautiful.
Cheddar's good too.
Y'all are making me so fucking hungry, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, good morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Where are you that it's 4 a.m.?
Irish. I'm Irish.
Oh my goodness. That's right.
Yeah. That's why sometimes she'll be able to join, sometimes she won't. It just depends on if she has work on Monday or not.
Yeah, no
which I
kidding.
do not.
And why she has to be quiet at a certain time.
Yes.
No kidding. So how was the first session going for you then? Outside of you dying.
Just yikes.
Well, you didn't die. You went unconscious.
It's true. Dying is a whole different.
I'm glad you voiced my thoughts, because that is literally what I was thinking, but I had a mouthful of sandwich.
You're welcome.
All I could just say is oof.
Yeah. When you play a ranged attacker, stay ranged. even if you're whiffing, stay ranged because you do not have the AC to take a lot of physical attacks.
AC being armor class, but I do like that you're playing your character how he would actually act. I mean, climbing up the wall to take a swing at the giant lizard. You're like, yeah, no, he'd do this.
It's because it's just how I made it. I'm just like in the mindset of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Did we want to take that short rest?
I mean, a short rest would be nice, because I am down like half health as well.
Yeah. Because I think we should take the short rest because Selenite has things to say to Morrigan.
But I do have questions for the DM when we get back in.
Hi, Yesio. Why do you never want to get up on my lap? Come here. Oh, come here, kitty. Oh, big boy. Oh, hi. Hey, baby. Hi, kitty boy.
I can...
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe this will get us
To level? Yeah, I need my second attack.
I need my 3rd level spell slot.
Especially when we're going up against a whole bunch of things that have 3 attacks, I need my second attack.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I think we're a little too low level for this. My god, it's so hot in here. Like, we went from like 30 degree weather to almost 70.
Yikes.
70
like...
is too hot.
When your like entire like house ecosystem is set for 30 degree weather, and then it makes a 40 degree jump, yes, it's too hot.
It just traps.
Yeah, all the heat is just trapped in here.
If we had 30 degrees here, that would be looked at as like a very strong heat wave. Because right now for us, it is currently like -3 degrees.
Oh god.
Celsius, gotta remember that.
Oh, right. Yeah, you guys run on the metric system.
Shout out to the metric system.
That's right.
The superior system, if I'm being honest.
It's much better. I agree. It's just I've done the American weird system so long it's almost impossible to adjust.
Yeah,
The
I think
standard
temperature
system-
would really be the only thing that would make it difficult for me to adjust.
Yes, because I never understand what the temperature is in Celsius.
9/5 C plus 32 is Fahrenheit.
Thank you.
See, I actually saw a really good post that explained it. Think of it more as a percentage of temperature rather than the actual temperature. So it's like if you're 20% hot, it's not very hot at all. If you're like 70% hot, it's kind of warm. 110% hot, yikes. I was like, that's a great way of describing it because that's kind of how it feels.
Though I think I can say that everybody in this chat is definitely 110% hot.
Aw, you.
No way.
Oh my god. I'm dying.
As long as I get my happy family back. 3 little nulls. How many animated dead corpses can you have?
As many as you can control.
I wonder how many. That'd be fun. I got those 3. I got this little monkey guy. I get some corpses going.
My real power plays start coming in at 6. For reasons I will not say in case of Casey shows up.
I'm sure it's 6 levels usually class.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I have all of the evil plans planned.
Man. What more?
Also, thank you for allowing the burning hands.
Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, considering the character relationship, I was like, no, Selenite would let you do this. She So if she were conscious and had like no health left, she would be like, just do it. She'd be like, I can handle it. Just I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then she would go unconscious.
But I did feel bad for the bird. That's why I procced the 3 opportunity attacks and went and picked it up to shield it. Because technically you were supposed to make a death save for the bird, but that never happened.
No one noticed.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a level behind. I'm a level behind you in spellcast.
Uh-huh.
So you'll get your 3rd level spells.
Mm-hmm. And as a Circle of Spores, I get some fun 3rd level spells.
Yep.
Second attack.
Yes.
We need a second attack. Give it to me.
I get another cantrip, so I don't have to rely on Toll of the Dead anymore.
What are you gonna pick?
I don't know. I'm overcome.
Yeah,
Well,
Xanod also gets extra attack. Very nice.
I
Joe,
think
you
we
with
should.
us?
I think we should get to level from here. Yep. I think we do. Because we completed an entire area. We should get to level.
I mean... Nice.
Awesome. God.
Plugin for the stream. There we go. So, what I did just reveal to the party was they do receive the benefits of a level. So, among the other things that will be going on as we finish up the evening here, is the party can apply the benefits of their new level. I will, as a little bit of out of character kajiggering, let them know I am not going to let them stray into the next super dangerous area until they're back at full strength. So,
Two things then.
sure, fire away.
First, I'm going and searching that chieftain's body.
That
I
seems
want
like a
everything that
reasonable
is on him.
Sure.
Second, I think the group consensus is we want to take a short rest.
That seems reasonable too. So go ahead and take the benefits of your short rest. That you can do.
Is that usually for a long rest? That's when we get everything for our next level.
Correct. Not going to get to the next
Are you
level probably until
short
next
rest?
week. You know what? You can go ahead and take the benefits of it now. So you can go ahead and give yourselves your long rest and your level at this point. You have cleared
Sweet.
the area. There are some shambling mounds and a few other dangers, but nothing that's going to be more than a distraction for you.
Okay, so you're essentially saying we can do our full level up right now.
You can do full level up now. Yep, absolutely.
I'm rolling for HP, Casey.
Okay.
I am not.
I am not.
I wish you luck, Boody.
I got a 9.
All
Nice.
right, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right. Zenot will help you with the leveling experience there. You will pick up some new skills and some new things.
Okay.
Hopefully you had some fun
So,
during
you
that
know-
battle.
Yep. You know how we did the character mancer stuff? Clicking on the gear icon, the launch level plus character mancer.
Okay.
Click on that and you're going up to level 5. So your icon in your character sheet, by the way. For me, I unfortunately have to do it manually since I'm not using
Since you are special.
an SRD. I'm not using a Druid circle that's in the SRD.
Woo! Extra attack!
Yeah.
Oh, I need it so bad. So bad.
Okay, so I get this for free. Would you like me to do it for you, Jess?
Yeah, please.
Cool.
Oh, I have
for it.
some more stuff.
Next, you are going up one level. You will take the average. You get extra attack. And I think that's really...
And Jess, did you come up with any questions along the way? Anything we didn't answer so far?
No, I'll get the hang of this.
5.
And don't worry, have fun with it. I do appreciate you going after the giant lizard midair, by the way. Very nice.
As we're all shouting, "Help us stay alive!"
No. I appreciated it. I did get a chance to take a quick glance at the little bio you wrote up, and I felt that something brash and a little bit impatient kind of falls in line with the kind of character written up. And
Yeah, because he's a type of ranger that, like, in my head, is basically just, he'll just go where he doesn't see the point in, like, waiting around. He's like, oh, that's the thing, I'll kill it.
that's a valid technique. It can get you into a little bit of trouble sometimes. So after a few conks on the head, you might want to consider the benefits of ranged attacks. But there is ways to do things. So
you do have a choice for another spell, by the by. And that is up for you to choose.
And you do have
If
some
you
time
look-
to pick that one out, so you don't need to rush through that one. But there are some exciting locales available to you in the Glitterhame. Currently hidden from view by this horrible, horrible fog of war, which I'd just love to get rid of for you. But I need to know who's heading in what direction when to start revealing some of these wonderful things.
Wisdom modifier plus Druid. Sorry, can you repeat that one more?
Sure, there's exploration to do. I just need to know who's heading in what direction.
I think the intention was to go south.
Sure.
Also, what was found on the body of the leader dude?
Not a whole lot. Naked troglodyte is naked.
So nothing on him that was allowing
Hang
him to
on,
cast spells.
Oh, I mean, he does have a little bit of troglodyte magic. He uses an arcane focus. His arcane focus is a squishy bit of slime.
Interesting.
You imagine it is probably an organ of some creature.
Then I will not be taking that.
You don't want squishy slime?
No.
But it's squishy slime.
Going through any kind of coinage on any of them?
No coinage on any of them. They didn't seem like they were coming out here to buy things, more like they're coming out here to fight. Each of them is wearing several nets on their bodies. After a little bit of study, you realize those nets would be near impossible for anyone who's not a troglodyte to use. And they use teeth and claws to attack with. No armor of any sort. Even the giant lizards don't have any real harness or saddle on them. They just seem to stick to them like glue.
Let's see. What does Cordon of Air do?
Hey, Casey.
Yeah.
Can we use Xander's Guide to Everything for spells? Or is it just PHP?
Any wizard's published spell is fine.
Okay. I want the Healing Spirit then.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely available.
You said we can take the benefits of a long rest, but not a long rest itself. So, like, I can't reset my portent.
You can reset your portent. You just won't have it till 8 hours have passed. You're probably not going to use your portent in the next 30 minutes of our session. Unless there's something you really want to use your portent for.
No, I mean, I have one extra roll, but that's
whatever. I'll do that. And apply changes. Congratulations, Anna. You learned Pass Without a Trace.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one.
Instant sneakiness.
Very sneaky.
So let's see. The room you're immediately in we know about. That's the Orcish tunnels. Off to the north, the way out. To the northeast, the cage where a bear once was held. And now the party is using as their temporary base of operations. To the south and little cubby on the west, we've got some rather nasty mushrooms which release poisonous spores. Those have been triggered and the party suffered horribly from those.
And I did find everything in there, right?
You did find the longsword in there. Yes, you have thoroughly investigated and disturbed all of the mushrooms in that area.
Cool.
And you now wear some of their spores.
Yes.
Let's see. Over here, we killed a bunch of sturges. A little nest of sturges. There's still one or two buzzing around, but they stay away from you anytime you're in a group. We've got some corpses littering this area. It's nice and bloody and messy. Lots of gore floating around. You do know that heading off in this direction, down here, is a little bit of a tunnel. down in that way. And the lizard folk, the giant lizards and troglodytes had come from that way during your initial encounter. Down here's another passageway. You haven't really been down there. And down here, His Highness reports it opens up to a larger room, but he was busy hiding, so didn't really look around.
I will take that opportunity to look around.
Sure, which way you headed?
You're talking about where His Highness was, right?
Down here.
Yeah, so that area is considered safe, yes.
Sure. You can consider it anything you want.
Let's see. And the Hawk goes up by 4 HP as well, so the Hawk is 20. Saving that. Oh, crap. Proficiency bonuses went up.
Ooh, proficiency.
So that Hawk now has an AC of 15. And a perception 7, and a perception of 17.
You doing the conga line, Boody?
It's a neat spell. I've never seen it before. So.
Also, I need to... Because I am debating. Alright. Selenite, I'm going to DM you some... That was my thought, too.
You are
Yeah.
angry thing.
Though, this could be kind of awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I apologize, stream. The machine is trying, but I think it's failing. Alright, we're going to switch to non-graphical mode and hope.
It's really up to you.
Yeah, I know.
Right, like, I get you.
Actually, I could forego picking up Healing Word and just... Actually, no. I know. Since I have only used this, I think, like, once. Good.
Who died?
No, it's
don't
me
know.
exploding, sorry.
Oh,
Wait a second. Oh no, we got a musical number redeemed. What?
Uh-oh,
What's
there's...
going on here? For the first person
I mean,
to
I've
eat
done it.
questionable mushrooms.
For the person... Hi there.
That is true. We're pretty much
I mean,
dive in
that's
first into the questionable mushrooms. So if you do have a
Pretty,
musical
like,
number you would like to offer, you are welcome to do so. It has been purchased for you.
Remind me again. I did a nature check on those mushrooms. You said none of them were particularly good, correct? Like, none were eating mushrooms?
None in there were eating mushrooms. All of them were kill you mushrooms.
Gotcha. Which is what prompted me to try to get some in the first place.
Yes. Why are you doing this to me, Roll20? Just be the right size, buddy. Be the right size.
Also, can't I change that token size? I can. What happens if I do that? Token.
So do we have a volunteer to do the exploring?
What now? I have not been paying attention.
That's okay. I was just asking, do we have a volunteer to do some exploring?
Or,
Yeah,
Or
I'll
should
head
Or-
down.
You know, if you guys want, we can wrap for the evening and do the exploring. We've got Dave and the full set next week.
can we do that?
Sure.
I
Absolutely.
mean, I was about to say I'll head down there and start exploring. I got
Yeah, I was-
dark vision.
I was just waiting for Morrigan because I know she said she wanted to go.
Yep. I was just doing,
Stuff.
yeah,
Sure, not a problem.
character sheet stuff. But yes, Morrigan will definitely go down exploring,
All right, so let's
especially
do a,
with her
let's do a
passive
little,
perception.
Let's do a little exploring then. So as you do head down the way, you discover a rather large cavern.
That looks like a lot more mushrooms.
That does look like a lot more mushrooms. It's funny how much mushrooms that looks like. Let's see here. This great cavern glimmers with a faint phosphorescence. The ceiling is almost 50 feet overhead, and bright flecks and gleaming stone formations are visible in the distance. Patches of strange fungi dot the floor, including capped stalks standing as tall as a human, with glowing puffballs almost a yard wide. High ledges rise 15 to 20 feet above the floor on the north, south, and west walls. Narrow passageways lead off to the north and south, and a flight of carved stone stairs descends from the western ledge to a path that meanders through the center of the chamber and out through a small iron door in the eastern wall. Audible throughout the entire chamber is the soft sigh, a cool breeze that rises towards the surface far above.
These mushrooms, do they look like the same ones that were in...
They do not. Most definitely do not.
Wonderful. Are any of these edible?
That, take a little nature check.
Something I am presumably good at.
One would presume so,
Jeez.
but one would be very wrong. From this distance, you realize that these are not mushrooms with which you are familiar. Beyond that, you'd have to get down and investigate a little more thoroughly.
I'm looking back at Selenite almost as giddy as I was in the other mushroom room.
And that is the noise she made. She's like,
I feel the enthusiasm.
I want to jump into them. They do not look dangerous. Or at least they do not look like the other ones that we know to be dangerous.
I am here for you if you need me.
Sweet. Morrigan's going to take a step back 1 foot and just dash forward and dogpile into the thickest bunch of mushrooms that she can find.
Okay. I mean, some of these mushrooms are as tall as you are. So you just woof a tree-sized mushroom, and I mean, you probably hit it hard enough that it does start to topple over and then kind of sprawling back in the way they do. It's a weird situation. But yeah, I mean, are you just gonna take a bite out of one? Are you inspecting? What's the plan?
The ones that have like the giant yard-long puffballs on them.
Uh-huh.
I want to try to climb one of those and knock one of the puffballs loose.
Sure. You get a big 3-foot wide kind of sort of mossy, spongy puffball.
And I am going to take my spear and kind of like hold it right behind where the spearhead is, and I'm just going to start like cutting into one of them.
Sure.
Kind of clearing off some of the puff, getting into the center of it.
You get down to the center of it. The nougat.
What does it look like?
Looks like a nougat. I actually don't know what the inside of a puffball from a mushroom looks like, so we're going to have to play imagination time. I'm going to say something like a ball of yarn made of spaghetti.
I'm going to look at the tip of my spear and just lick it.
It tastes sort of like mushroom.
But it's not like immediately killing me.
You didn't immediately die, no.
Sweet, I'm going to eat more of it.
Oh god.
Okay.
I'm just kind of using the spear to cut it out and
it's
just...
not a good tasting mushroom. It's not like one of those like you want to do this, but
I'm covered in fungus. I am a druid covered in fungus. Mushrooms is what I live off of.
Yeah, this is not a tasty mushroom. This is there's like the dirt's probably weak down here, or there's just not enough going on. It's just barely there, but I mean your stomach's full.
You know what we should do? We should get some of the bodies from up there and drag them down here. Let them decompose. Act as nutrients. These things are good.
Oh yeah, that would
sort of good.
Flavor them up. Little troglodyte
But they are
sauce.
edible.
You are all right.
Kind of look at myself.
Yeah,
I am all right.
Well, she will kind of just shrug her shoulders, and she'll be like, "I'll be back." She'll just go up and grab some bodies.
Okay. You do notice roaming around towards the southeastern portion, that shambling mound, just moving around, absorbing mushrooms, doing its thing.
He's letting it do its...
Now, to the west, up a small bluff, you can see several obviously intelligently designed boxes. They're in about the 7-foot long, 3-foot wide, 4-foot high,
Coffins.
Coffin-y shape.
I'm going to wait for Selenite to get back, and then I am going to go up and inspect them.
Sure. Crystals glimmer softly in an eerie light. Weird, beautiful flows and structures of delicate stone grace the chamber. The western portion of the great cave is separated from the rest by a steep bluff. The ceiling here is half the height of the rest of the chamber. A couple dozen large stone sepulchres line the cavern walls, each carved with intricate reliefs and designs and marked with dwarvish runes. Does anyone happen to read Dwarven?
I do!
This is why I waited for Selenite to get back.
23 sepulchres stand here. The lids are carved in the likeness of grim dwarves in armor. Dwarvish runes in the front of each tomb appear to represent the names of the occupants, or the intended occupants. 3 of the stone coffins have additional runes carved into them. The additional runes each record the occupant's date of death and the great deeds the dwarf performed in life. Also carved into these coffins are warnings of the doom that awaits any who dare defile the honorable dead. The names carved on the 3 sepulchres are those of Borgol the Old, Garin Orkdoom, and Numik the Unlucky.
Hold on. What are their names?
Borgol the Old, Garin Orkdoom, and Numik the Unlucky.
Garrick Orkdoom.
Garin.
Oh, Garin. Garin.
And Numik the Unlucky.
And the other 20?
Empty.
Like, empty.
Well, they do not have the dates carved as though dwarves would be in them. You'd have to start opening lids to check the actual contents.
I want to do that for one of the ones that's not marked.
Inside, you find an empty stone sepulchre.
Interesting. Now, if these dwarves were as great as you have conveyed, they probably have some very good items with them. However, I do not believe it is prudent to disturb the dead. Let them have their eternal slumber.
So as that discussion's going on, let's pan back over to the rest of the group, who at this point have seen Selenite and Morrigan head off to the southeast. Selenite come on trudging back, pick up a troglodyte, and start trudging back to the southeast again. A few minutes later, they hear the heavy stone scrape and thump that just rings to an adventurer's ear of someone opening a crypt or tomb. What are you all doing up there?
Yeah, they're definitely doing some weird troglodyte stuff over there, but I don't know. I can't see it because I don't have dark vision, but you know what's going on.
Wow.
Yes, it's quite. I do see it, and it's not any better.
Whatever floats your boat.
Ugh.
So
Is
have
that
you
what the
guys
kids are
followed?
calling it now?
I don't know. Have they followed?
No, but if I am able to,
Mm-hmm.
I'll send my bird down.
Sure. Absolutely. Bloodhawk swings down, keeping an eye on things.
There we go.
Remind me real quick, Beastmaster Ranger, I don't think it's telepathy.
Negative.
Okay. So the bird will have to report back to you to communicate. But at the moment, keeping watch, keeping an eye on things. What else is going on?
Booty's just going to keep. He's ready to fire on anything that he sees that looks shady.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, that is all of us.
A little bit, but I wasn't going to have him take a shot at His Highness for no reason. But so Selenite and Morrigan investigating the tombs. You've opened an empty one. Anything else you're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna move over. So Selenite will continue the conversation with Morgan. Do you think that there might be corpses inside that are still living?
Living? No. I do believe that they would be very much dead.
Then what's the problem? Either way, a dead body is a dead body.
But you just told me of the warning that is on them. It would be prudent to heed these warnings.
We could always pull down the idiot and have him check for traps.
You know, that might be the only thing that the idiot is good at. Then again, if I had his tools, I could check for them myself.
You know, if you went up and asked him, I don't think he would actually say no.
This might be the case. Now, I've noticed this passageway up to the north of this area, correct?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm actually going to come through that way.
Okay. You loop around, squishing over troglodyte bodies and bare remains and a giant lizard.
Kind of disappointed. And I'm going to trump up right behind his, hopefully scaring the shit out of him.
I mean, it's hard to sneak up on his Highness. He's always hiding. So...
I would like to borrow your tools for a bit.
I'm going to say for now, he probably insists on being the one to do it for the glory and such things. I feel like that's what he would do.
Whatever. Let's
But you
just
can
go.
assist.
Everybody, come down this way.
Boody will follow.
His Highness is crushing it right now.
Good.
Wow.
It was only with my guidance that he was able to do so.
Yes, of course. That's how that worked.
But he is checking all three of the sealed sepulchres that have the dates on them.
I'm going to say with that, he checks all 23 of them and reports back to you, no traps.
That is good. Now tell me, who is interested in what might be in these?
Clearly, we think we might be all. Depending what's on in them.
Let's open them up.
Alright.
Yes.
You begin having a sepulchre opening party. The vast
Yep.
majority are empty. The three with dates do contain the remains of dwarves, long dead, but not undead. Of the three, only two have items worth noting. Borgel was buried with a ring of gold in the shape of a dragon holding its own tail in its mouth. A cursory examination would say it's worth about 120 gold pieces.
One moment. Do you have text for this to paste in chat?
Boy, I wish I could make this paste properly. Come on, mouse. Just do the thing. Do the thing with the thing. Garen was buried with a very nice warhammer. The warhammer is inset with a garnet. It does bear the mark that you've come to recognize of the dwarven smiths in the area. You would estimate, with the gem, the warhammer is worth about 110 gold pieces.
Question about the warhammer. Does it look tarnished? Or is it bright and shiny like the sword that I had found in the mushroom pile?
It is in good condition, but is not radiating in that magical way.
Gotcha.
Some spots and tarnish do show on it.
Gotcha.
I would want to identify all of three of these as we're popping things out.
Sure. You identify them both and do not detect any magics within them.
Cool. I actually like that ring and would like to put it on.
You put on
After
the ring.
being told it was okay.
Receive the all clear. This leaves you with the tunnel south and west into the troglodyte area, a set of stairs more south, and then several tunnels leading off to the east and northeast.
And Numik didn't have anything of note in his?
Nope, he's an unlucky fellow.
Doesn't mean that he died with no possessions.
I mean, he wasn't real good with cards.
I feel like that's alluding to something, but okay.
He's unlucky at cards. Lucky in love.
Lines of a deck of... Very well. Well, we have the shambling mound between us, the other side, but I do not think there is anything over there. And there is only the pathway south. So, which direction shall we go? I'm assuming to the south? Ah, you did mention that area.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots here and there.
Would getting that close proc the shambling mound?
Some experimentation reveals that the shambling mound is quite slow. It only seems to notice you if you're in about 60 feet of it, and it just follows the biggest source of meat, if it's not just preying upon the plant life. Fairly easy for one of you to lead it away in whatever direction you want, and then the others to circle around. Even Mr. Knoll can outrun it if he so chose.
Yeah, no, I'll just sacrifice a null.
Well, you wouldn't be sacrificing him, he'd just be walking in circles.
Yep.
Actually, if you led him to about here, there is a fresh dead body there.
Sure.
You effectively at the moment have a pet shambling mound that's really useless for anything except for cleaning up dead bodies. But let's go ahead and pop the reveal on the rest of the area, as I'm trying to do here with my mouse, and it's just fighting me. There we go. Do it. Do it. You can do it. There we go. Okay.
I see.
Fighty.
I see good shit.
Everything's.
I do see everything.
So.
Now, question about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Had you indicated that that was a passageway that we could have passed through, or was that completely underwater?
It is underwater. You could have passed through it, but you'd have to go underwater.
Understood.
The troglodytes and the giant lizards seem to have no problem at all doing that.
Yeah, that's too close to a bath for Morrigan.
I mean, there are things.
Wash off most of our fungal spores.
That's true. I mean, sometimes they like being wet, though. You do find a passageway leading south, and a one that is also blocked by rock falls and several of the coffins shoved in the way. The one leading south with the stairs, you could easily go down. The one with the rubble and the coffins would take some time to clear. Passing through that, you find a stream leading to the north and west that would lead into the troglodyte area, as would the passage that is filled in. If you guys decide to investigate in that area, let me know.
I would, before moving down that way, I would have requested of Dullahan to have one of the gnolls kind of guide the shambling mound while I potentially got up that ridge and into that area to look around.
Sure. Up there, rocky ledge sits atop a steep, irregular rockfall about 20 feet high. The mouth of the side cavern leads into darkness beyond. In the area beyond, you find a pile of armor, weapons, just bits and pieces of things. It looks as though anything organic has been eaten away, and even some of the metal has been chewed up and mangled. Nothing useful there. You do, if you spend the time to do so, find a couple of coins scattered about the pile.
Yeah, why not? And you mentioned that there were corpses up here, like long dead corpses?
No corpses.
Okay. but armor.
Stuff that would have come off corpses. Anything organic, gone.
Gotcha. Would that have included like leather straps on armor and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's most of what is rendered like anything. Wooden halves, leather straps, just all chewed up.
Okay. I was thinking about Dullahan's nulls, maybe armoring them up a little bit, but if those are all eaten away.
Yeah, not off of anything that's up there.
Okay. Well, I will gather what little coin is up there. Report back that there's armor bits up there, but nothing salvageable.
You know, your fetish for coins, quite remarkable. Especially since you're so natural.
There is no fetish for the coins. It just knows that coin is necessary for most of you too. So, while I might not like some of you, I will make sure that you can eat. So you do not do the service to the other members.
Yeah.
Okay. And I
8 plus
think
6.
Good.
4. Sorry, I'm doing mental math.
Yep. I think that's where we will call it for this evening. We'll pick up next week. You have the map revealed to you of the area. We'll do a quick recap and potential investigation of the troglodyte area. You guys have the benefits of your long rest and your level, and congratulations.
Woo!
And welcome to our new player and character. I hope you had fun. And don't worry, you did amazingly well. And
Your first session ever, yeah.
Loved having you here.
Yeah, well done.
You got it. And we'll go from there. You guys come up with anything over the week in between, feel free to shoot me a note. And we'll pick up same bat time, same bat channel.